COVID time, man, COVID time. So you guys, like during COVID, there's been a lot of tension going around. People are scared and shit. Can you imagine getting robbed during COVID? Just imagine getting robbed during COVID. Someone approach you with a gun, and they come and they put a gun in your head, and you're so nervous. You're like, "Fuck, is that gun even sanitized?" And they ask you like, "Oh, give me money in your wallet and like take my credit card instead. Cash increases the spread of COVID." And then when the robber is done, you're like freaking sanitizing everywhere. You don't realize you're cleaning the evidence and shit, And then by the time it's about to go, you're like, "Man, take a mask, man. Don't walk around spreading COVID." And then when the guy is done, you call the cops and you're so nervous, like, "Oh my God, this guy just robbed me. I think he brought COVID. I sanitize everywhere. Do you know I can go test for COVID and shit?" Yeah, that's kind of like the fucked up reality we're in right now. It's messed up, man. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna say this joke. Normally we say jokes, say punchlines, then you guys laugh. I'm gonna give you guys a punchline of this joke, and then when I say on the other hand, you guys are gonna say there are no fingers. You get? You have to work with me, okay? So I had this teacher in school. They didn't have fingers on one hand. I'm not gonna make fun of somebody that doesn't have that has a disability, right? So I learned from this guy. So as he was teaching us English in class, right? He's like, "I'm gonna teach you guys how to compare," and it's like, on the other hand, exactly. So that's what I said on the bullying class. I said there are no fingers. So the guy, 1 week later, he asked for a transfer to another school, and I felt bad. I thought it was because of me. So I came and met the dude, and I'm like, "Are you getting a transfer because you couldn't handle the jokes?" It's like, on one hand, I can handle jokes, but on the other hand, and my female colleagues were always asking for a hand. Yeah. So, when they talk about social distance during COVID and shit, I didn't do that shit. So now I have a 4-month-old baby. Yeah, it was weird how this guy, it was weird how I had the guy on purpose, man. I actually planned that shit. So basically, we went to the doctor. My wife was having this disease called baby fever. Yeah, I think if you don't know baby fever, it's when a girl sees a baby, she's like, "Oh." When she sees baby stuff, she's like, "Oh." And then sometimes she tells you words of like, "Come inside me." Yeah, so yeah, basically like that's the kind of shit. So we went to a gynecologist. The guy gave her some pills, and then it's like, "Yeah, but you need to put the baby inside her still." So one day I'm getting ready for work, and my wife is like, "Babe, guess." I'm like, "Guess what?" She's like, "Guess, just guess." I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna let me have a threesome?" She's like, "No, guess." I'm like, "Just say it." She's like, "Oh, okay, fine. I'm ovulating." I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to work and come back, then we're gonna have sex." She's like, "No, start fucking." You guys need to realize, is anybody married yet? Okay. When you're married, when you're dating, sex is like putting gas in a car. It happens quite often. When you're married, sex is like an oil change. It's once in a while. That was my one chance to change my oil. Oh my God, I'm like, I can't, I'm like, yeah, boom, I got ready, changed my oil. 2 seconds, man. You can probably guess, what style was it? Missionary. Because when you're married, you're always on a mission to have a baby. That's the only time you have sex. So after we had sex and all, then she got pregnant. But as you guys can tell, the baby is like a drug for baby fever. So there's some side effects to babies, man. One, insomnia. My wife hasn't slept in like 4 months. In fact, since the pregnancy. I'm like, look at the bright side. No more baby fever. Another one, sex. No more sex, man. The moment you think about sex, this podcast starts crying. So before, I said sex before was like an oil change. Now sex is like more like rebuilding a car. An accident needs to happen. That's my time, guys.
Give it up for Elton, everybody. That was great. So I missed part of it. Elton, so like, you're talking about sex being an oil change. You might be doing it wrong, first off. Number two, did you say you've already had your kid? You did. How old's your kid? 4 months. 4 months of less sex, Kate. Talk to me in a year, okay? You're gonna be so much better at comedy because you're gonna be so much more miserable. I can't wait. I can't wait. That's when he's gonna really hit us funny.